guys, welcome back. Got my nail tips on. These are the, I think they might be the 3 times extra long. They are the just full cover. They were really cheap and they come with like a extendable clip-on nail lamp with 500 tips and some tip glue, like UV gel glue stuff. If you want to go and check that out, these were really cheap from Amazon. It was Amazon Prime. So we are doing some Family Guy nails. I put these on because I wanted to save time, but that's how long they are. They are super long. Yeah, I wanted to save a little bit of time because it's more on the nail art kind of side of things, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if you're going to be close enough. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's a bit better. Yeah, so we are going to be doing some Family Guy nails. I don't know how many characters I'm going to get done because I don't want this video to be too long, hence why I've already done my tips and pop them all on. I just put them on with a base coat though, so I put a peel off base coat on, put some cuticle oil on top, and then I just put them on with a base coat, just so I can pop them on. And I didn't fully cure them. I've just cured them 30 seconds just to make it easier for them to pop off. So this is the base. And this is the kind of colour that I'm going to be using. But for like the skin tone, but literally I am running out. So I am going to have to tip this upside down and hope that I get enough out of it. Okay, so while the that other gel polishes lay on its side, waiting for it to all to kind of pop up, so then I can tip some out of it. I have got loads of other kind of nudes, but they're all too dark. So we're gonna start off with Meg. Obviously these nails are a lot thinner, so I'm hoping it will fit on. I can't do like nail art on my thumbs because I can't angle it right, so we go on try. So I'm going to start off with the outline, and I'm just using black and just a Beetles liner brush set. I did do an unboxing of that quite a while ago, of loads of items from Beetles. So I'm just going to do the outlines. It is quite hard for me because I'm so far back from my hand. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So I am just doing the outline. So I'm first going to do an outline about here, I think. And this is just for her hat. I mean, I don't want to rush, but I also don't want this video to be ridiculously long. So her hat's going to be there and it's going to be pink. And her face is going to cover the whole nail here, so I'm not gonna put black down the sides. I'll have put a matte base coat and a matte top coat on as well, just because when you're doing nail art it does help your brush. So what I like to do is I kind of like to map out. So eyes are quite big, her nose, her mouth here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a line which is going to be kind of like a neck, her jaw kind of thing, and then I'm going to go down to about there, I would say, which is going to be her neck. Don't want her to have like a skinny neck, you know, so probably about here. Doesn't have to, and I am going to fill this in with that skin colour tone kind of thing, like nude colour, and then I'm going to go here and then up slightly, and we're going to make sure her hair is down this part and her hair's down this part, so you can see that it is basically a neck. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a line like this basically, because she has a t-shirt on, so it is kind of rounded. And now I'm going to do her, like, shoulder, I guess that's what it is. But I'm going to go from about here. And then down. So it's not just straight across, it's like that and then down. And I'm going to do roughly the same thing this side. Probably up here a little bit and then down like that. So this is going to be her t-shirt, and then I'm going to do a line about here, which would be her arm. Like that. And we are going to fill it all in. I just like to outline everything first. Like that. And that's going to be her arm. She does have another little bit of a... So this bit all gets coloured in white around there because that's her t-shirt. This is the bit that I don't like now. I always struggle with this bit. So this is the thing with having like thin kind of nails. Oops. It's a bit too much on the brush. I'm struggling to get it off. It always drips to the end and like creates like a ball kind of thing. So I'm going to just do kind of like the shape of her boob on one side like that, and then it kind of just goes down, which is her t-shirt. So let's just ignore that for now. And her arm is here as well, so I'm also going to do this one. And don't worry if it's not perfect, because we're going to colour it in, so you can go over the black if you haven't got it perfect, okay? I know black can be quite hard to cover, but you'll be okay. Okay, so that is that bit done. This bit isn't the best, but what can you do? What can you do? And that's her arm there, that one. When it's like quite like a skinny kind of nail, it's quite hard to fit things on, but I do try my best. I might have to just get rid of that, like by covering it up, because it's not really the best, but I'm just going to go with it at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and cure that. Just remember that's her arm there. That is her arm, but I don't really like this bit, but I could get rid of that. Okay, so I have to get rid of that. Oh, that's better. So I've cured that. I just got rid of that, and we can the booby bit, like, you know. So this just doesn't want to come out, so I am just like tipping it slightly. Oh, and I'm just gonna try and. Luckily, the background is really light, so hopefully there will be enough. I will have to order some more, I think. So I'm just going to use this just for the face and the neck. I didn't show you putting the nails on, just, you know, save some time. on the hat. So I am just using Blue Sky, and this is the colour. This was the closest colour I could find that matched like her hat and her top. So I am just gonna fill in her hat. It does I mean, it reminds me a little bit like a jelly gel polish because it is a little bit transparent, hence why I'm putting it on quite thick. This nail tip I didn't put up real close to my cuticle because it slid down when I was holding it and I didn't realise. But it's okay. Ideally, whenever you're happy with what you're doing on your nails, cure every single time. Because if I make a mistake now and I try and rub it off, I'm going to rub all this off as well. That's her hat, and her top is the same colour as well. So I am just going to go in and colour all this in. I'm going to try and keep it on this side without going over the black because I don't want this running into her arm, basically. It's the best way I can explain it. And we are going to do Lois as well. Or Peter, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I do like Family Guy, I think it's hilarious. Okay, looks like she has a dress on, but it's cool. It's cool. So I am now going to go in. Get that a little bit closer. So I'm going to go in and cure this. I'll cure it for 1 minute because I have put it on quite thick. Okay, so I've cured it. I am going to do her hair now. So I'm going to do a little bit going along here with brown. And then we are going to outline the hair as well, because you want it to stand out. Just going to go over that black slightly, because I don't want it to be like super thick. One bit of hair. Exactly the same on this side. And again, don't worry if you do go over the black a little bit too much, because again, it was just a guide. It was just a guide. And I am going to do a little bit coming down her face. And then we do like the eyes and that over it. While her glass is over it anyway. You want it to be enough so when you look at your nail art from the front, you can kind of see that she has hair. Okay. See how it's coming together? Okay, so now I've got a tiny bit of white, and I am going to go in and do her sleeves. Well, like little cuffs, I think they are. And I do go back around the black afterwards. It is literally just an outline. That's all. And then I might actually change the colour of the background because her arms are too close to the pink, like this pink. It's too close. It matches too well. So it does look like I've literally forgotten to do arms. So I'm just doing her neck now. Not worrying too much about how it looks because I go over it. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and cure that. So I flash cured it, now I'm going to do her eyes. The eyes are the worst thing for me, like the worst thing. Especially when she has quite a small face. So I don't want them to like be too close together. So I'm going to get a tiny bit more black. Line across about here, I think, because we want our glasses to fit. line across there, and then I'm going to go down like that, and then I do, to get a bit more, a little line above it like this. This is more of an outline, okay, so it's not like super pigmented, because I'm trying to do it as thinly as I can. And then I'm going to do exactly the same this side. Just take a little bit of that black off, trying to match them up if I can. About there, I think. We don't want them to don't want it to be too close, you know. Don't want our eyes to be too close together. You can tip your nail upside down if you want to, like I'm kind of doing it this way. But sometimes when I do that, I do struggle to see if they are the same length. So I am struggling a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it up here. But again, it is just an outline. Little bit of a line up here. So there's her eyes. And I'm just going to do a line going across, which is her glasses. About here. I would say, yeah, about there. Just a little tiny line, because you've got to fit in the circle next to it. And this is where I hate doing circles. It's not, I mean, they're not really circles, but they're more like an oval shape. And then down here. And this is what I mean by when you're happy with how it looks, you should cure. Like literally just cure. I need to do the nose. So what I do with the nose, because it kind of connects to the glasses, I do the circle up here first, as best as I can, going down to that part. And then the nose, I kind of go like that. She has kind of like, I am like looking at a picture. It's kind of like pointed, I guess. Like that. That's how I do her nose. I mean, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. And then I go from her tip of her nose and I carry on with the glasses like that. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I am going to go in and cure that. Actually, let me do some lines in the hat just so it doesn't look so neat. So I'm just going to do a few little lines in the hat and one from this side and make it thin. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to, her hair's there. I always outline absolutely everything, so you can see that it's there. Like that. And we will outline the rest after. I mean, you can go over this bit with a bit of black if you want to. Just so you can see it is her hat. You don't have to, but you can do if you want to. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cure. I mean, it does look pretty decent. I'm happy with it. So you'll have to let me know what you think. Please leave a comment. Okay, I have just gone around the outlines again, just with a bit of black, just to make it stand out. And we also need to do a bit of black going down her hair to make that stand out in a second. But I am just going to fill in her eyes first, which is just like this square box. That's all we're filling in. We're not filling in this top part here. Still, I mean, if you give me some paper, I cannot do it at all. But for some reason, I can do it on nails, which I find very bizarre. Yeah, it's just practicing. Okay, so don't be disheartened if you're like, oh, I can't do it. You should have seen me when I couldn't even do a love heart. Yeah, it's just practicing. That's all it's doing. That's all you're doing. It's just practice. And you will get there, I promise. So there's her eyes. Right, so I am going to do her lips now. Her lips are really weird. It's a very weird shape. So I need to go from about here to about there, I think. I think that's about right. So about here. I mean, it can be quite difficult. So I can't explain how they are. They go about like that. And then you bring this bit round. And you're just following it round. And I am just doing it like a real thin line at the moment. I probably should have cured that, but I didn't. Just in case you do make a mistake. But I'm just going to thicken this up. And the harder you press down, the thicker it will go. And then I'm going to do, this one goes like that to that end. So it's exactly the same, but it's upside down basically. It's the best way I can explain it. But this brush is not the best to use. So like that. Press down a little bit hard then. And then it's a bit, her bottom lip is slightly thinner. But we do have to fill this in, so as well. We have to fill it in, and then you go, like, do like a little C. And this is black because this is inside her mouth. Don't know if it's a little bit too big. But I'll just get like a cotton bud or something to clear if it is a little bit too big. And then the lips, that's fine. The lips actually get painted in red. So this is what I was talking about. It was supposed to go like a little booby kind of thing, like here. Like that. But I am going to do it a little bit darker. I couldn't do it how I wanted to do it because the nail is a little bit too thin. Like too narrow. So I'll go in and cure. Okay, so I have flash cured that. And we are going to do her little tiny little eyes, which are looking upwards because she's annoyed, you know. Constantly being bullied, and there we go. That one needs to come down a little bit more. Okay, see, it's coming together. What I'm going to do as well is I am just going to outline her hair. Without getting it on my skin. Move my hand. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to go in and cure. And then we can do the lips. Okay, so I'm going to go in and paint her lips. So they're not red, they are like very similar to the top. And then I will go around the lips afterwards with some more black just to outline them again. Just to make them stand, like the black to stand out a little bit more. Let's do the bottom one. That's why it doesn't matter if you kind of go on the black, because it's just a rough guide. I mean, try and keep it as neat as you can, but it is kind of a rough guide of where everything's going to go. I know a lot of people use a pencil to draw their rough guide. I have tried, I just cannot do that. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of black And I'm gonna get her nose to come down a little bit more. Like that. Okay, so I will go in and cure, and then I'll do the outline of the lips, and then I'll be back. So I've just covered up the outside of her, I've just gone in with a bit more black and just outlined it a bit more. But I am going to add a little bit of hair onto this side, not like a lot, just a little bit. Don't want it to be too much. That's fine. Okay, I will go in and cure this. And then I'm going to do a black line going out on the outside of the hair like I did that, just to make it stand out. I will top coat and then we can have a look. Okay, so that's what Meg looks like. So what I did, this part here that's red, that was the only part of the nail that was left. And because it was, this pink was matching way too close to the skin kind of tone, so I coloured it in red just to break it up a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do Lois. Okay, so again, I'm going to start off with the black, and I'm doing the outline. So I'm going to do her hair first, so I want it about here. I'm just going to go down like that. Like that, and then I'm going to bring this bit round. And this bit also goes down. Should have turned my nail this way. Like that. But honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Her eye is going to come out on this part. So then if you can even just follow these steps if you want to. And then her eye is going to go here. So we're not going to bring this down because her eye is going to go like that, okay? So if I think eye there and then about here, I think, I'm just going to do her cheek kind of thing. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go like this here. Bring that round. And then that one could be exact. This is her hair. Like that. Oh, it got itchy head. So I'm just going to bring this bit round like that. So that's kind of like her hair. And then she has one eye there. Her nose. Eye, nose. The ends about here. Lips. So I kind of want to do it here. I think it might be too long, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to do her neckline. Well, her jawline can kind of go here. And then her neck can go like that. Neck can go here. See, we don't want it to have like a ridiculously thin neck. I do have a habit of doing stupidly thin necks. So, yeah. That one, and then, is my flash on? Yes. And then we're going to bring her jaw round to this side as well. And then up, like that. So down and then up. Okay, so that's her hair and her sort of face shape done. This one, like the clothes on this one is quite easy. So I'm just going to go like that. And then the same on that one. It's kind of like going, oh, sorry, down. You know, just her shirt, that's all it is. And then we're going to colour all of that afterwards in green. So I am going to just bring this down a little bit. Because she wears a green, minty green shirt. So that's going to be her neckline from her collar. Just like that. Okay, so I'll go in and cure, and then I will fill it all in with this colour again. I've left it on its side. Okay, so I've just to save time, I've just gone ahead and filled that in. I didn't do this bit because that's where her eye is going to come out that way, so there's no point. She does have like orange hair. It's not bright orange. I mean, it's bright-ish, but I haven't got the proper colour. He's going to go here, just there. So this can come round slightly, not too much, because her, you know, we've got her eye there, but it can come round slightly. It can come round a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a little bit under here, like we did last time with Meg. Yeah, I filled her in off camera, her face and stuff, because the video is going to be too long otherwise. And I want to not try and have to, like, speed it up. Okay, so that is her hair. I'm going to go in and just flash cure it. Okay, so I have done her, I flash cured it. I don't know why I was going to say her eyes, because I'm thinking of doing her eyes, and I was just thinking, oh my god, this is going to be horrible. It's going to be horrendous, because they're an actual circle, and I cannot do circles, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best. Don't want them to be like too small, that's the thing. But then I don't want them to be really big. And then I'm just gonna get this and just go over this bit with a thin line. It's kind of like her eyelid. And she has very, very fine eyelashes. Say fine, that's not that fine, but okay, the hard one. Should have done that one first, man. Now I've got to do the hard one. Ugh. So I think I might start with her nose first. So if her eye's there, I want her nose to go about here, down. That's about right, I think. Could be completely wrong. So if I do her nose like that, I always do one and then I do the other one too small. But I think most people do that. I'm just like was making a little bit more blacker. So I'm just going to go over a line here. Don't want it too thick. Okay, that's her eyes. Now let's do her lips, which is quite hard as well because they're actual shapes, lip shapes, you know, which I don't like doing, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to try it. So it's basically like, you know how you draw a bird when you're a kid? Like that. And then this one just goes like that. And then we've got the bottom lip, which doesn't go from the end, it actually goes from about here. And then she has a little bit of like a flick just here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cure before I ruin anything else. Okay, so they're all cured, and what I did is I literally just went back around like under there, around there, just to make it a little bit more darker. So let me clean up my brush and get some white for the eyes. Oh, no, wait, I haven't cured. So I filled it, I went round like the black again, just to make it a little bit more, like it stands out, but I didn't cure, so I'm gonna go and cure it. Okay, so I just flash cured it, and I'm just gonna get some white and start filling in the eyes. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go in, I suppose we can do her lips. So let's fill in her lips. Where is my red gone? Ah, there it is. So she does have red lips, so I'm just going to dump some of that down there. Don't want too much on there. And I'm going to go over that middle black line afterwards. Okay, there's her lips. She looks weird with no pupils. It looks quite creepy. But I'll go in and cure. Okay, so I have flash cured. So I'm just going to do her pupils. Little dot in the middle. It's so weird how a pupil just makes it come to life, you know. Little dot in the bit bigger than that, actually. Little dot and little dot. Little dot. Okay. Cure, and then I'm literally going to fill all this in with green. So I flash cured, and all I'm going to do is I'm filling all of this in. I'm going to go ahead and cure. So I just flash cured it, and now let's do her top. So like, this is just her blouse, basically. Blouse, shirt, whatever it is. And I always do it quite like wiggly. And I am just going to do her like a line which would represent her arm, you know. And the same on this side. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some little dots from where it's done up. Yeah. Okay. She's got her eyelashes. Her nose is done. Let me just go around. It might have been a bit too thick, but it wasn't standing out as much as I would like. And this black is actually really pigmented. Okay, I'll go ahead and cure. I will top coat and I'll be back. And then the other, I'll leave this one that colour, and then that one I'm going to do kind of like some different coloured hearts and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what they're looking like so far. This one is going to be plain, I think, but let's do some little love hearts on here. So I'm first just going to do a white. yeah, subscribe if you want to see that. Okay, I'll go in and cure and I'll be back. And that's what they look like. I've just dusted that off and top coated that one. Is that one Family Guy? I would definitely have not have had time. I mean, this is nearly 52 minutes to do the rest of them. I wish I did, but I haven't got time. Yeah, but let me know what you think. If you think that looks like Meg and Lois. I did do a practice on these like yesterday. That's Peter but his nose, his face is too big. His lips are closer to his nose. But you know, this is what I mean. You have to practice. But yeah, that's what they look like. You have to let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it looks like them, or do you think it's kind of like them? But would you know, if I didn't say this was Family Guy, would you know that this was characters from Family Guy? Let me know. I'm very intrigued to know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I have got a Shein haul coming up as well. Hopefully that will be here this week, or this week come in. It's Sunday now, but this week come in. But yeah, you're gonna have to let me know what you think of these, and if you do enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I shall see you in my next comment. Bye. In my next comment. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, thank you very much for watching. See ya.